All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I am here with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend, the multi-timed flag football champion, my guy, Daniel. What's going on, man?
What's good? What's good? Hey man, it's been a minute. I feel like it's been a minute, but it's been a week,
I'm
maybe
about to
week and a
say,
half,
when you do a
week and
weekly
a
podcast and you check it
half.
off, it feel like a month.
It's just like, bro, I ain't did nothing.
Ain't this
But
shit.
holidays falling on a Monday really be fucking me up because I was like, man, what day is it today? Like, bro,
Oh
I
man.
really thought it was Tuesday. Then one day, today separate occasions, I thought it was Tuesday. Then another occasion, I thought it was Friday. So I'm
Ooh,
just like, bro, I don't know what day it is today. So I'm just, just going with the motion at this point.
those hurt. Those days when you think it's Friday and then you realize like, damn, I still it's not. It's not even close.
No,
We halfway
not
through
at
the
all.
week. Those hurt
Yeah.
the most. But I'm glad that I needed a break, man. Need a break from work, need some time to readjust on the pod and figure out
Mm.
I ain't
Well,
gonna lie.
you
I'm very glad we didn't do a pod last week because we would have sounded crazy three
some
different types of
off
ways.
the wall types of shit. It would have been so off the wall. It would have been like, well, with the East, it
Oh.
would have been the same.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
mean, I would
just,
have just I'm
well,
I'm
I'll lay
gonna
that
still say
for,
the
I'll lay,
same thing that I'm
yeah.
gonna say about the Celtics. It would have been the exact same thing I'm about to say.
But we been saying it though. Like,
Yeah, it's the
whoever,
same shit.
it's,
Nothing has changed. It's been 5 years of the same shit. We don't
it's
got to
like,
start there. Let's start with fun
yeah,
basketball
just
first.
fun basketball. Yeah, let's go there. Fun basketball.
So let me pull up. I want to have the exact stats here. Because the Timberwolves, we were gonna come in and apologize, but then they
Yeah,
got 3-0'd.
yeah. And then, bro, I
Uh,
was literally watching. I was watching this past week and things like that. And I was just like, this is exactly how we thought the Timberwolves was gonna play against Denver.
yeah,
But they're playing like that against Dallas. But and then I started like going through my mind like, it's not a front court issue, it's a back court issue.
which is weird when you think about the
Yeah.
matchups. No Derek Lively last night. So it's just Gafford.
Wait. So okay, I always get confused when I say front and back. Front court is
Wait,
no, backcourt is so it's a
backcourt.
front court issue because
It's a
backcourt is
Yeah, backcourt
is
is your
the point guard
guards.
in the
Yes, yes,
guard.
yes,
So
yes.
it's a front court
It's a front
issue
court
with
issue.
the
Yeah,
big man.
I knew what you were saying though. I already knew what you were trying to say. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
always it's always it fucks my mind up because the guards play in the front. So it's just like
Yeah.
why are they called the
But I
backcourt?
think I
But
think the goal would be the front. And I think that's why the where the basket is at is technically the front, which is weird because
oh okay, yeah.
no, I guess it makes sense
I
from a
what
defensive perspective
yeah,
because you're in,
defense
yeah.
perspective.
But when you're on offense, like I'm in the front of the court. Yeah, that is weird because nobody
Yeah,
would
I just
stand at the top of the circle be like, I'm at the back of the court.
right.
Yeah,
That's
you
why I've
wouldn't say
always said
that.
like the best backcourt. I'm like, why are they called the backcourt? Like I
Yeah,
need to really Google that,
that's one
like,
of
and
those
just
weird
understand.
1800s white people just made some shit up and we just live with it now and
Right,
just
because
accept
black
it.
people play and they're like, get to the back. No, I'm just playing.
Boy, all the athletic people get to that's the back. They back there with the ball. Oh, I'm about to Google that, man. Why is it called the backcourt?
Here we go. Segue. It started. It didn't even go that long into
That's
it. Every
fine.
time.
The front court is referred to the area closer to the opponent's basket, while the back court referred to the area closer to the team's own basket.
So they got out. So it's basically
So it's what I said. They're basing
opposite.
it off of the
Yeah,
basket you're
the
going
basket.
towards
Right.
is the front.
Okay.
That makes sense, I guess.
Basketball 101. We all learned something here today.
Yeah,
If you
because
didn't
your
know, this is right
basket
now.
is behind you, so it's
Right.
back where you're at. That's fucking dumb.
Yeah, and
It's
then
one
the
of
big
those.
man is front because
Yeah, he's in the
yeah. Okay.
front
Okay.
of the rim of. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's
All
stupid.
right, but we learned something today. But
That's so weird, bro. It's such a random fucking thing, dude.
yeah, but
But either way, we both agree it's. I mean, to be fair to the big guys, Ant wasn't really, what we were expecting for those first three games, like at all. He had one game, he scored what, 13?
yeah, I get. But okay, so and that's one thing I want to say. Yeah, Ant is this projected great player. Maybe we hyped him a little. I mean, we ain't hyped because
Oh,
he's still living to the
a
hype and things like
thousand
that.
percent
Because
hyped him.
he's hyped a lot. Because we like seeing people like and because that dunk he had, like because he does stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's just
well, let's
like,
be
bro,
honest.
like
He looks like Michael Jordan. He looked like Michael
yeah,
Jordan, and he played like Dwayne Wade, which is close enough to Michael Jordan, where it's like we looking at a little mini Jordan, a possible guy who could maybe be Jordan like. And I think that kind
right.
of the fact that they just destroyed the Suns, which now looking back makes more sense. I don't we shouldn't have really put that all on Ant when you start thinking about like they whole team, Kyle Anderson, Nas Reed, Walker, like they're deep.
Yeah.
They top eight
No,
is
they
like
they hell yeah,
legitimate.
they real deep.
And
Like,
that's the problem, is
but
like the Suns are
Dallas is
nothing.
also deep though. That's
Yeah, now we're
that's
in this.
that's that's the issue. Is like you want to go man for man? Okay, Dallas. Okay, Minnesota. We'll bring somebody off the bench. We'll bring three people off the bench, and they all
Mhm.
can shoot and play defense. And so it's just like it's crazy. But the reason why I'm going more towards the big man is because Ant is still technically a young dude, regardless of how much we hype him up and stuff like that. You got a
Yeah, he 22.
three time defensive player of the year, three in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
wait,
it's not three in a
well,
row.
go
It's
not
like
go.
4 out of 6 or some shit like that.
Regardless, and then you got Cat, a former #1 overall pick.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. Any other team, bro, with those two big men with those type of credentials
Should be doing a lot
should be
more.
walking through the playoffs, as in
Yeah.
like how the Celtics are doing.
But the problem is the reality of Cat is not is pretty bad. Like he just I'm telling my girl, like it's funny because now she says it every time because I was like, he did something, he did some shit like where he just was walking. And I was like, why does
Yeah.
nigga walk zesty? You how you walk and everything you do look soft and you know what I mean? Like everything he does.
But you know what it does. But you know what really shows me this team and everything and how they roll, press conferences and how they let Ant talk to them the way he
Oh
talks to
yeah.
them, and it's just like I'm like never, bro. Cat just be like he be like, what? Didn't I tell you about your fouling? What,
Mm,
bro? Okay? You that's something for the locker room, bro. Don't do that shit for the media, dog. Like you'll
but
get your ass. Like I don't care for who you are, dog. Don't do
I
that shit in front of the media. Like, bro, they even when that clip that went viral years ago when he was like, "I got two 7-foot sons."
no,
Talking about Goldberg and bro, never like. And this is before he was the Ant we talking about now,
bro, confident.
bro.
That's what they
Like
say. He's
it.
very confident.
Yes, that's 100% okay. You could be confident as hell on everything, but
Ain't
y'all
that
niggas
sad
got.
though? Don't
I
that
just don't.
say
I can't
something
explain.
about them? It's a big, soft French dude
Well,
who
that's
gets
French, so
bullied by everybody. Well, not, I mean,
it,
Wimby excluded out of those French people. He different,
only the international assassin Draymond Green.
but he no, they was bullying him last night. But you got to think it's
Yeah.
that, and then Carl Anthony Towns. If how do I want to say this? I don't. I want to be nice,
Okay.
but
Well, don't.
if I was calling what Tyrese Halliburton zesty,
He.
then Carl Anthony Towns is like a whole different fucking. He might as well just be gay. You might as well just be on some other shit, bro. Because if what he doing is zesty, what you doing is some whole different type of shit. And it
Bro,
ain't got
just
nothing to do with actual people's sexuality, right? I want to
right.
preface my thoughts with that.
We're
It's
not calling
just
homie gay. It's just his
no,
movements and
his
mannerisms.
mannerisms
Yeah,
is
it's just
super
it's
just
not
weird.
mannerisms. How about that?
And it's not even like I don't care off the court if you want to be like it's like how people keep talking about Caleb Williams. I almost called him Caleb Williams. That's gonna come by the way. That is gonna be a joke if we keep doing this shit. God damn. But okay. But that whole feminine thing is cool. I don't in real life and regular life, if that's your vibe, like Prince vibe was like that, it's whatever,
Right.
right? But when you can't help but be like that playing basketball, you take shots and it come off you playing defense and it just looks soft and like
Bro,
non-masculine. Like
he don't want like but and
that's crazy.
maybe that's what Minnesota wanted. They wanted a big 7-footer who could play defense and a big 7-footer
Who,
who just played
who can
offense and
kind of
then see
shoot
if that can make
sometimes.
maybe they can make like one big 7-footer
Boy.
together.
Oh, but I've said all that to say if I was Ant, I'll beat the fuck out of both of y'all, and I'm 6'4".
I'm 100% sure he probably done slapped both of them niggas
He probably,
twice.
and if he
Like
hasn't, he feel like if I do it, y'all not gonna do
they
nothing
won't.
to
I
me.
guarantee you they won't
Nothing
because
is
they
gonna.
already
I am
talking about it,
safe.
bro. If Cat touch Ant, he be they already talking about him being the first one out that locker room for trade rumors.
Yeah,
You think if he touched that nigga, you think
which I
what
don't
you think they about to do?
understand. I don't understand. Let's talk about that real quick. Why are people talking about trading Cat over Rudy? Like,
I
what
don't
did
know. I
Rudy do
thought that was
last
pretty
night?
weird too. I thought that was pretty weird too. But
Rudy was 13 and 10, 5 for 9 from the free throw, so he's 50%, which is like, bleh.
yeah,
It's like that's it.
he's seven
One
foot, I
one
guess.
block.
And this is your defensive player of the year again.
Gafford's 6'9". He had like he's averaging like 3 blocks a game in the
Bro,
series.
Gafford is making bro. To be honest, Gafford plays way bigger than what he is.
For sure. Because he probably
Way
is
bigger.
legitimate. He's probably really only 6'9". He looked like he's the
But
same
he
height as
probably got
Luca.
like a 7'2" wingspan. To be
Oh
perfectly
yeah, he's
honest,
long
though,
and he
like
bouncy too. That's the other part. That's
yeah,
the parts people sleep on. Is he got crazy bounce. And you also
yeah,
swapping him in and out for Lively. Well, not last night, but like,
yeah. Not last night. Yeah,
and he the same way, but he's like legitimately 7 feet, does all the same type of shit. Like, if they could
it's
shoot, they would be blowing them out every single game.
yeah.
That's the scariest part. Like, if Gafford could shoot or Lively could shoot at all, just hit one or two threes,
Mm-hmm.
this shit they'd be blowing them out by 20, 30 points.
Was really what I like to see, which I really didn't know how this Luka, because I think I was one of the skeptics of Luka and Kyrie teaming up because I just
Oh
like
yeah,
two
I was
ball
with you.
dominant guards. How are they gonna match and things like that? But Luka is picking up on defense. He's at least trying on defense now. Let's start
Yeah,
there. Kyrie is at least trying on defense.
yep,
Luka, I mean, he's still gonna get his assist. And then Kyrie, you could tell Kyrie is like like he's playing active. He's managing like
yeah. He's picking his
his
spots.
time, picking his spots when to
Yeah,
play and things like that. So it's just
for sure.
I really like that became one of a real good team. But you remember I had Dallas versus the Nuggets in the WCF. So
Yeah,
I had Dallas
you've
going
seen
there,
it. I mean,
but
It's Luca's turn, man. I think really last
as
night, I don't
but
have.
what
Go ahead.
okay, now I was about to say, but what's the narrative now? See, the only thing is I'm just gonna beat it to the punch before it happens because if it
Uh-oh.
does happen, it's gonna go. What's the narrative if Kyrie wins a ring without LeBron?
Oh, it'll just be what we say now. He's one of the most prolific, skilled guards that we've ever seen.
Yeah, but it's just gonna be a lot of those LeBron. Oh, you see, told you
We gotta
Kyrie
leave
saved
that
LeBron.
alone.
And,
We
yeah,
gotta
but
let that die with
but
the
I'm just but
year olds, man. Like it
it's gonna.
has to. Like
But
everybody
I'm just saying
40
it's
and
gonna
up.
come up. It's
Why do
gonna
we still? You
as
right.
soon as
You
they
right.
hold that trophy up, it's gonna be a lot of memes going around like told you people can win LeBron. LeBron can't win without him, but he won without LeBron and
Yep.
all X, Y's, and
You
Z's. Even
right.
though they even though he won
Why?
with they want
Why do
LeBron
we still do this?
Kyrie won with a young team. LeBron had to get a super team, all X, Y, and
Uh,
Z. Like it's gonna be all these narratives. Even though Kyrie is a really good player. Like
yeah.
if he shows you he don't worry about the world matters and things like that, he could actually hoop. Like dude's
I
bringing out a
just,
left hand hook that I ain't seen in a minute from a 6'2" guard. Like it's
bro,
just
what's crazy? He did the lefty off the glass last night again over
yeah.
Rudy Gobert, and then damn, who
Uh
was it? Somebody
it
just
was
came right back down and
Dante Exum.
yeah, Exum came out
No,
and did the exact same shit. Because they was on the
and,
commentary on the game glazing. They was like, I've never seen anybody
he's
do
the
a play
best
like this.
offhand finisher.
And then Exum, little goofy ass, come down and do the same shit. It was
Bro,
like, oh well, we just seen it
why people
again.
act like this nigga Exum ain't like 45 years old, bro?
He
Exum been in the
not.
league for a
He has been
minute.
in the league
Like
for a minute, but he's not. He's
he
like 30.
bro, Exum he must have came he came from overseas.
Yeah, and he
He's
got
French
drafted
too,
like
ain't he?
2015. He's
He was on the
28.
what?
Yes.
Bro was on like the first My Player 2K. I
Yeah, he's
remember because when you
28
made your
years
my
old.
player, the first person you ever played against was Dante Exum.
That's
Like when you in
crazy.
your summer camp, it was like 2K what 15 when
This,
the
yeah,
my
he got
player
drafted
came
in
out.
14.
Yeah, so
It's one of the
2K14 is
first
when
ones.
my
Hmm.
player, yeah, when my player first came out, the first
Ooh.
guard you ever played against, because he got drafted by who? Portland, right?
No, the Jazz. He played for
Oh,
Utah.
I okay. So I was playing with Exum because I always got drafted to the Jazz. I
I'm weak.
restarted my player like 3 times and it was Jazz every
Every
time. I'm just
time.
like,
Like, I don't want to do this. Get me out of here.
it's like
No, that
shit.
shit. But I think I don't. I'm tired of that. Why do we all? Can we just leave
No, we can't.
LeBron and Michael Jordan out of this shit and just enjoy this shit going forward? Why we got to compare? You know
I'm
what?
just
Luckily,
I'm just
LeBron
getting you
did for
ready,
us.
Carr.
The best thing that LeBron did for us is once he's gone, we're not gonna do the same thing. We're not gonna keep comparing everybody to LeBron because it's stupid. The fact that we keep
But
comparing people to Jordan and looking for another Michael Jordan is already weird and obsessive
that's what I was about
as
to
it
say. It's
is.
just like, why are we looking for another Jordan? But
Because
nobody ever
niggas want to
compared to.
relive they
No,
high school and early
you know what
20s.
it is?
They
It's
won't let it
because
go.
you know what it is, and I say it to the day I'm done. I'm sorry for all y'all Jordan people out there. The only reason why Jordan is the Jordan he is now is because he was the most athletic person in
No,
that
hands
era.
down.
If Jordan was in this era, he'd be just a normal athletic
I
fucking
mean,
guard.
you might be too if you was the only nigga allowed to do steroids.
Yeah,
I mean, one
like
year
I'm
the nigga
sorry,
weighed
like
190 pounds. He come back the next year 215 straight muscle rip. Like, I mean,
but all
you
I'm saying,
tell
bro,
me.
like it just blows my mind how people just really just think like if Jordan would even you could take Jordan from then and put him right here, he'd still be a normal. You got people high schoolers doing verts what Jordan was doing back. Like people are doing what Jordan is doing nowadays.
Yeah.
So it ain't like it's like an anomaly. You know who is LeBron 6'9" that can run a 4.4 and things like that's an anomaly.
Yeah.
Like Wemby
Jokic.
anomaly, Joker's anomalies. Michael Jordan's not an
It's
anomaly.
almost like it's almost
Yeah.
like the opposite is happening now. It's like who the most because to me the fact that Luka and Jokic are the two best players in the league and they probably couldn't jump over their own cell phone. They couldn't jump over, you know what I mean? These niggas couldn't jump up a step. Like
Right.
and they are destroying people, scoring 30 a night, 10 and 10. And we
Slow as
still
hell, the slowest step backs and all in life.
and we look, you know what? I love have you seen the Mike Peak videos? Are we done with the 90s?
Yeah.
That shit is so crazy because when he pulls them up and you watch some of the shit, and I went and watched a full game
I've watched
not
the
that long
shit back.
ago, but they really didn't have like they really couldn't
No.
dribble with their offhand. I can dribble with my offhand. I could come down a court with my left
I had a
and go to
conversation
the
with
rim with it. And
I
I
had
don't
a
even
con-
play. I didn't play organized basketball.
I had a conversation with my bros literally a couple days ago. I said, bro, if I played in the 80s,
Oh
in the
man,
70s and the
you'd have
80s,
been
I
at
would
least an all
average
star.
15.
Yeah, you'd have been.
I
You would
said,
have
bro,
probably.
I said none of them would keep up with my first step alone.
Nigga, no.
Like
Think
I don't
about
care about
this.
anything.
Think about
Like
this. If you could do a floater and a euro, you'd be unstoppable in the 90s because nobody did it. Nobody was throwing up floaters. Nobody was doing a euro. If you could hit a step back three, unguardable. You'd be completely unguardable
they
because
was all just set shooters.
the closest you got to that back then was like Tim Hardaway Jr. doing
Right.
like not the step back, but the cross stop pull up. That was the closest you got to it back then. Nobody was going a full through like dribble step back all the way. They
You would have
wasn't
did it
doing that.
so smooth. Refs probably would have been like,
What the
Travel.
fuck? Yeah, this the fuck is he doing? This shit is
Travel,
magic.
what are you doing, bro? This is out of
You
control.
were trying to
Like
walk. You would have had the whole
nigga,
court. Oh,
that
travel,
nigga ran
travel.
half court.
Yeah, then you would have to go explain to the ref. No, the rule book says this. I get a gather step. Bam. It's 0, 1, 2 instead of
You see
one,
they
two,
changed
three.
the dribbling for AI because he was crossing too many people. Oh, it's
And
a
you
carry
know what I
now.
just thought about? We had an argument about this at work one time about what was a travel or not. And in the NBA, I was ultimately I'm right. 8 years later, whatever,
You talking about
7 years
8 years
later.
ago? I don't even. We had so
I
many
just remember
arguments
that,
at work,
bro,
bro.
just
Like I don't.
now. Because I was like, no, you could. I'm gonna hit him with the 1, 2, and he was like, no, you can't fucking do that. That's 3 steps. It's like, no, it's not 3 steps because it's
I don't
zero.
know. I
Now
don't think
pick
you
the
did all
ball
that.
up. No, we definitely
Nah,
argued
you
about
look
this.
like you was probably dribbling still. I don't know,
I'm
man.
slow. What do you want me to do? I'm a chubby, slow dude. You want me to do it like fucking like
I'm
Anthony
convinced they
Edwards?
hated our arguments at work. That's just
Oh,
like
I'm
they just
sure.
looked at us like,
I'm sure. But where was we at? Oh, we gotta stop with the. I'm so. Can we just enjoy this shit? Like for me, getting back into basketball again recently, this past year, has been enjoyable, and I don't give a fuck about LeBron or Michael Jordan. I'm
nah, not really.
30, and you would think like I look at it now, and it's so sad to see some of the older people still just stuck. Or we argue, oh, Anthony Edwards could be the next Michael Jordan. I don't give a fuck, bro. Michael Jordan at 22 was in his rookie year.
Right.
We can't even keep doing these comparisons because they are not making sense
It's
anymore.
not fair to nobody all
To
around, though, to be
anybody,
perfectly
to Mike,
honest.
to the new people, it's not fair to nobody. Just let them be themselves. Like, I don't know. This shit is just
Man, and it was weird
frustrating.
because baseball. Basketball is like one of the most like is probably out of the three major sports is the most like comparable sport for the
Yeah.
athletes. Like it's the sport that you hear most commentators say, "Oh, he plays like that," or "He
Yep.
plays like this and plays like that," and just like, all right, now, like, come on now, let these players have their own name because it's just
Yeah.
like. Even I mean they try with football a little bit, but then you just be like, all right, well this guy's 6'2" and that other guy was
Mm-hmm.
6'6", so no. But I don't know. It's just weird. Just like let these guys have a career first. Like Ant is still trying to make a name for himself. He's
He
still trying to be a
22.
superstar. Like I
That's what
don't know.
I'm like. I just get annoyed. It's like and it's funny because we got somebody right now, and now everybody's gonna fucking hop on, and we're gonna talk about how great Luca is. When I didn't hear none of that for a year of how, and he was just out here. I'm just dropping 30, 10, and 10, averaging that shit for 5 years. He got more All NBAs than Steph Curry already. But we're
Yeah, I
not
know. I
comparing
seen
him.
that.
Why we don't compare him to Michael Jordan? I can tell you there's one big reason, and it start with a W, and I think you can put
He's
together what
white
it
and
is.
foreign. He ain't
He's
even from
white
America.
and he's slow. So who do we
They'd
compare him
rather.
to? Larry Bird. He's just like Larry Bird. Like that's the thing. A lot of this shit comes down to what does it look like? What does it
Mm-hmm.
look like? We always do this. Kobe was the closest to Jordan we ever seen. Guess what? No, I could argue Kobe was better. You could make the argument Kobe was a more skilled basketball player. Just like Kyrie, in totality, his skill level, what he can do on a basketball court is far and beyond what Allen Iverson could do. Could Allen
Right.
Iverson score 35 a game? Yeah. But
Yeah.
also, like if I put Kyrie in that same space and tell him I need you to go play 45 minutes a night and score as much as you possibly can, and that's all you have to do. You don't got to fit in to playing with LeBron. You don't have to fit in
You
to
don't have to
with
pass. You don't have to do none of that. Just
nothing.
score.
Just go. Just make instinct to play. You don't think he could average 33, 34, 35 a night? I think he could easily do that. But it's just we just do this weird comparison all the time. It's tiring. These people are different people. The shit is way, bro. Wembenyama is in the league 7'5", dribbling the ball up court, doing full ISOs and
I don't
doing
know who the hell
step
you comparing
backs.
him to. Like,
That's what I'm and he's doing step backs. He blocking people shot from out. He pinned somebody's shot to the glass from outside the paint. Who who can do that and didn't jump? He doesn't jump. That's the other part. If you watch on this, and we're sitting here saying, "Oh well, Anthony Edwards." That's what we're gonna do. Anthony Edwards didn't do this by year 3, so he can't be Michael Jordan anymore. I don't give a fuck, bro. He gotta play him. He got to play this white man who can score from anywhere on the court. He can't even fucking run. He got to play against a 7'7" monster dude who can dribble and shoot. It's
bro,
not
you
the
gotta.
same shit.
It's not the same league, and how about I can put. I probably could put more people in this era that dominate back in the day than people back in the day that can
It's
dominate in
always
this
gonna
era.
be like that. I want to think about this for football. we gonna compare Mahomes to Brady to the end of fucking time. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have in the early 2000s. 6'5", excuse me, 6'4", 200, 300-pound defensive ends that ran a 4.5. They didn't have
Right.
that. That
No.
wasn't a real
Because if
thing.
they did Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Peyton Manning, probably all them mobiles,
Would have been
pocket. Well,
dead
it's a reason why quarterbacks learned how to get out the pocket more.
because they didn't want to die.
They're like pocket passes. Don't ask the pocket passes now. Matthew Stafford, when he get why he fall as soon as they pocket passes are getting
It's
not. And
over.
if you're a pocket passer, guess how big you got to be? Justin Herbert,
6'7". You got to be Ben
Josh,
Roethlisberger.
and Ben Roethlisberger was, and he ran more than a regular pocket passer back in the day. Like he was a big boy, but yeah. So,
Bro, Jordan Davis is an interior defensive lineman.
yeah,
He's
from Georgia,
he's six
yeah,
six and a half, 348 pounds, and he ran a 4.78.
boy, catching me damn near.
Bruh, that is
I ran a.
scary.
He catching me now in my prime, though. I'm running so fast, I probably run a 4.1 away from that. But I
But
ain't
think
sitting.
about that. Mahomes ran a 4.78 ish, right around, or 4.82, something like that, right around that same area. So just
Bro, like
think about that. And it's a
our
scrambling quarterback that we talking about.
our tight end in my school was our DE. He was 6'4", 6'5". It's a reason why he went to what's the Jackrabbits, the one that's always in the championship. Is that South Dakota or North Dakota?
I think North Dakota. I
The
think the
one that's
green and
always in the
gold yeah, I think it's North
no,
Dakota.
that's South Dakota. Green and gold. He went to South Dakota, the Jackrabbits.
Okay,
North
okay.
Dakota is the bull. Well, he went there.
Either
It's the
way,
reason
yeah.
why. He played tight end. He probably led our conference in receiving yards, but he was our DE too. So guess who I had to go up against? His ass. Like so, it's like,
That
and that's when I
sucks.
realized I was like, bro, these niggas is
It's
six
different,
five, really be out here moving and could catch up. And I was fast. That was like my, high school. I was pretty fast in
but
high
it's
school,
tough when a dude
and it
6'6" and he was just as
and
fast.
he ain't even got to be just as fast, but when your range and everything, you got to get out the pocket and things, and they know leverage and all this other shit because they D1 players, and you just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, I'm
I'm
just
out here
out
just
here
playing.
playing football. Like this shit is different, dude.
But
Like,
let me put this into reference. Julius Peppers was one of the best pass rushers we ever
oh
seen
yeah,
in the early 2000s, that whole era. But
oh yeah,
he was 6'7", 285, and ran a 4.68. So he's 60 pounds lighter and an inch taller. Well, not even
he's a DE
half,
though, Ronnie.
half an inch taller. Yeah, that's
But you
even
know why?
crazier.
Yeah, you know why he was getting off back then? Is because the old linemen wasn't moving like these old linemen nowadays. Because old
Nobody
linemen are
was
even
moving.
more. Old linemen
Yeah.
is even moving fast nowadays,
And
bro.
that's
It's
my
just like,
point
what
with
the
the
fuck,
NBA.
dude?
Think about what we looking at in the NBA. Luka is 6'9". Wimby's 7'5". Like we can just keep Paolo is 6'9", 250.
Joker 7'2".
He's like 6'11". He's kind of smaller than
Joker,
you think.
that
Yeah.
man, damn it, he about 7'2". Fuck, I don't give a
I mean,
fuck.
he's 7 foot.
Yeah,
We got Embiid is 7'2", 300 pounds. Like when you just start looking across the
yeah.
league, like it's a lot of dudes that are really tall, really athletic, really skilled.
Yeah,
It's a
and at this,
different time than having Rick Mahorn, who's 6'8", 300 pounds and can't really move. He just there to throw an elbow on somebody
I
when
ain't
they
gonna
come
hold you,
through.
bro. If you at this point, if you're not 6'5", like the average
You
size,
can't even
remember
make
back in
it.
the day, bro, you're not going to the NBA, bro. Like
Mm-mm.
I remember back in the day, yo, you could be like they had some 5'10", 5'11" point guards slide through 6 foot
Yep.
maybe. Bro, if
That
you're not
Isaiah
minimum six
Thomas,
three, minimum 6'3", you're not going to the league, dog. Like
bro,
it's impossible. I'm
six
sorry.
years ago, 2018, Isaiah Thomas was averaging 30. He was 5'8". That's gone. Like that's
He won't
over.
do that.
He
He
can't
doing
do
that in
it
the
no
G
more.
League because he Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
But
But it's like
he
5'9".
yeah.
Like think who you
Do
know
you remember
how
Sharon Collins back at KU?
yeah.
Yeah, I know you a KU guys.
Hell
Sharon
yeah.
Collins. Everybody's like, why he didn't make it to the league? X, Y, and Z. Yeah,
Six,
like
5'11", 5'10". Maybe not
Good
even that.
defensive guard and everything, bro. Like Sherrod Collins was nice, but
Bro, I think about this. Think about Kenny Lofton Jr. right now.
mm-hmm.
He dropped 50 in the G League, came up to the NBA, dropped 40 in the NBA game. But because he's 6'7", he's a power forward. He's really a center that's 6'7",
Right,
and he
six.
can't shoot. He not even in the league.
Nope.
And he's 6'7", 250, and could drop 50 in an NBA game already. So he's shown that, but because he can't play defense on a 7-footer and he can't shoot, he doesn't have a spot in the NBA.
And that's the reason, and that's the scary part about DJ Burns from NC State that
Oh
they're
yeah, he
talking
not
about.
if
It's
he
just
not going to
like
be in the league. That shit's sad, bro.
that's why he's trying to go play football now.
Makes sense. I mean, that's where you should be at then. Because we're just in a different, like, if you can't, we got Wembanyama is going to set a tone that I think will really affect the NBA
Him
for
and his
the next 20
family,
years. No,
because his little brother
well,
six
yeah,
foot
he's
something
six
already,
eight. Yeah, he's six
and
eight,
he,
and he's like a freshman or some shit. I think his name is like Oscar.
bro, did you see that 6'10", 12-year-old?
He gonna suck though. Anytime I see that, anytime I see the 6'9", 6'10",
Bro,
12, 13,
he was
14 year
playing
old.
18U though.
Yeah, but he didn't do nothing but dunk. Like when I
Well,
cause
when you 12, that's probably what the coach told him to do. Do what you best at, and then we'll
well
develop
true.
later.
But my thing, like when I seen Wimby for the first time, I was like, oh, this is
Oh
scary.
yeah, yeah,
Because he was
yeah.
shooting, he
Because
was
he was
playing
developed.
one
He was
on
doing,
one
yeah,
with
yeah. He was
Rudy,
doing a
and
lot of crazy shit.
he was taking him off the dribble. He was stopping and pulling up, like, and they were like, oh, he's 7'2" at like 14. It was like, oh, okay, that's scary.
At
You're
that
not supposed to be able
moment,
to do that.
bro. But to be honest, at that moment is when we should have stopped giving Wemby Defensive Player of the Year vote. I mean, not Wemby,
Rudy,
Gobert Defensive
yeah,
Player of the Year.
you can't hold a
It's just like, bro, like,
14-year-old
you can't even hold a nigga that's 10 years younger than you, your size.
that don't know what he's doing yet. He don't even understand how to move his body the right way. You can't hold him
Man
off
don't
the
even, he
dribble.
barely know English. And you up
You can't hold him from the 3-point line in. Like, that's crazy. But then we like Michael Jordan would just come in. Michael Jordan, I hate saying it, but this has always been my actual thoughts. Michael Jordan would just be Westbrook. Really good. If he doesn't have the right team around him, he probably wouldn't win nothing. We have guards right now in the league that are score first guards that are on the Michael wasn't on the smaller side, but
What was it? What is
regular
he, like
height,
6'5"?
6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
It's like we have guards right now that are score first guards, and they're not the guys that go win.
Michael Jordan would be a starter. He'd be a six man at least.
He's gonna be a perennial all-star. He'll be at least at a minimum Paul George level, where it's just like this guy is amazing. He's been amazing for a long time, and he would at minimum be that. I think he would.
Oh,
I think he would be at the
we saying
Westbrook
Paul
level.
George is amazing?
Yeah, because that's like Paul George is like 10-time All
I
Star, but
never,
never like an MVP candidate.
I never really get voting for basketball. This is why I don't really get in basketball arguments. Cause I'd be like,
Yeah,
he was. Y'all think he's really that good? Like, uh,
yeah.
I
I mean,
guess.
I give him
Like,
that. It's a lot of
like,
people, a lot of teenagers right now that, bro. It's a lot of fucking teenagers right now that say Paul George is the GOAT
yeah,
because
I don't
he's
even.
6'9" and he could just do everything. Like
Yeah,
they just look
that's
at it
weird.
from a skill, but to me, it's positive because maybe in the next 10 years, when Skip Bayless is 100,000 years old and he can't, what I mean, move and talk anymore, and you go away, all this 60, 70, 50, back in the 80s, Bill Walton was one of the greatest centers we've ever. I was like, okay, well, all right. Maybe we'll push them out and the new crop will be more towards like skill. They'll care
You
about
know what?
who can play the game. Like winning is cool. That's one thing. And we're going to hold you to a certain standard there for that.
And I was just about to get on that.
We will still be there to be like, wait, winning does matter. But then it's
It
like, they'll be there
does
to be like
completely matters.
skill matters first and how we regard you as a
Okay,
basketball
that's
player. And I'm cool with that. Like how,
so
if you
yeah. I
drop,
get, I
like,
get,
that's cool with
I
me.
get.
Because T Mac gets left out of these conversations of how good
Right.
players are because he didn't win shit.
D Rose too.
D Rose is in the same boat. So a lot of people in that
But
same
they was
ballpark.
injury caused though. It wasn't because anything. Because D Rose is
True.
those T Mac and D Rose is injury caused. It wasn't because they played 20 years and they was just that player. And Paul George kind of
True.
injury too. So
Yeah, Paul George broke his leg in half, like at the
yeah.
shin.
But
So how would he have been
I
if he
just
never had that? And he's this
this
good.
era this era for sports, I see it even in like let's dumb it down all the way like shit when I played college baseball when I got out the military and I was like 24, 25 in my back end of my college baseball years, even with
Mm-hmm.
flag not right now, like at these going to these top bros, it's a these younger people is me.
Oh yeah.
Like, but then they want to complain about how I don't win because my team and this and that, but then it's always me. But it's just like you don't win because you want to go somewhere where you want to be the guy, not go
Mm-hmm.
somewhere where you could still be maybe the top one, two, three guy,
Yep.
but win on top of it. So it's just
Which
like
which I don't
you can have an
understand.
argument though with that.
To
Like
me, the especially the teenagers in high school and shit, like I don't really understand that with the AAU and all that. Because if you're skilled and you are a certain, like, I guess the size thing too, but it's like if you are at a certain skill level, people notice. People that really watch
right,
basketball notice,
that can
oh,
tell,
he might have only took 3 shots this game, but he got
but he's good.
6 key rebounds. He made the assists over here. He threw that shit crazy. He did, you know what I mean? We gonna notice
Yeah,
you do some
but they
special shit. We're not just gonna like, oh, he's the third leading scorer on the team, so that means he's not the best player. It's like, no. That guy is actually probably the best. Like it happens, you see it all the time. I
But
just don't.
it's
It's
such
just
a
weird that
me.
they look
It's
at it
just
like that.
it's a me type of, and this is that's why like the top players in the sports now in like NFL, MLB, and things like that, they're not me player. Patrick Mahomes,
True,
not a me player.
true.
He grew up
Baseball
in that
guy.
generation. Yeah, but it's just like
I
they're
count that
not
for
me.
something. As much as I rag on baseball, I think that it does is meaningful because baseball, it's a lot of just fucking sitting around with your teammates. It's a lot of just kicking the shit and sitting around and hanging out with your people, like with your team, and
Yeah,
building
you have no.
camaraderie and being a leader because we just here with each other all the
But
time.
the thing about it with baseball is, if anything, that's one of the sports where they can say it's me
Yeah,
because
true,
it's just like y'all not hitting for me, I'm hitting for myself.
true.
Like
And you
it's
know
just
what?
like
Somebody
so.
brought up a good point. This is a weird offshoot from that, but like somebody brought up a good point about baseball. I never thought they was like baseball sucks because the shit is 4 hours long, and the two people that I want to see play, maybe I see them make a play once or twice throughout a game. It's like I never thought about it like that, but it's like if I'm waiting for the fifth, the guy I want to see is the fifth hitter up the bat. I'm gonna see him a couple times during the
You're gonna see
game.
him maybe in the first or second inning, and again, and maybe the fifth.
And I better hope that the pitching isn't amazing, or it's just I'm not going to see
But that's the
anything.
thing but that's the beauty. You're like, man, you got one of the best pitchers against one of the best hitters right now. You like to see that matchup. It's like
Yeah, but in
I mean,
3 hours you see it twice. That's where versus if Anthony Edwards is your favorite player, right, or Luca is your favorite player right now, and that's who you want to see. You watching him for 45 of the 48 minutes. Out of those two
yeah.
hours you finna watch this game, he finna have the ball for an hour of it. So
Yeah,
it's like,
but I don't know. Maybe
or
because
Mahomes.
I got a
Mahomes,
different take because I grew up. I mean, obviously, I played baseball for
yeah,
20
yeah,
plus
yeah.
years and shit like that. But I don't know, man. It's just like, I don't know, seeing the pitch in and then just
You appreciate it. That's
like,
why.
then like, damn, that was a good ass pitch. It's just like, man, it's just like, man, I would have smacked that mug. Or it's like a good defensive, a backhand, good backhand. Or
Yeah.
somebody dive and get up and throw it from third all the way. People don't really understand how hard it is to be on third base, a hot corner, dive, get up, and still rocket that mug. And you got the leadoff hitter, and this dude's running so fast down the line. Like, if you don't do it just like that, then he's
Yeah.
safe. And it's just like, what the fuck? It was just like, bro, it's still a skill and things like that. It's just like
True.
people don't understand it enough to appreciate it.
Appreciate that shit. Yeah.
Right.
I get that. But we're gonna go back to our point that the me generation thing. I don't know. What did you expect from what do you expect from these kids though? Like they want
I
to be able
don't.
to post shit on TikTok and go viral.
And well, they getting everything now. Now you got NIL deals. Now the
Well,
NCAA can pay. Now the schools can pay you now.
So you
So
get
just like they
both.
getting everything. So
You
now
get
you can
paid.
get paid by the school and then get an NIL. It's just like what was then
Yeah.
and you caught this. You said why don't the schools just be you caught this a minute ago. Like
I
you
we ju- I we it wasn't even that long ago. This was like during when the tournament was going on. I said, yeah, like just make this
you
shit pro. Just make it or amateur basically. It's really just
yeah.
the G League for this shit now. For basketball, football, baseball, every fucking sport except soccer. Like this is the G League. Just send them down there. They can get paid, and we can actually scout people, and it makes the most fucking sense. Like there's no point of having it this way.
But how stupid does the NCAA look now? Passing this
Very.
now, just very stupid for like doing all these investigations and
Yep.
finding and
You see what EA
suspensions
Sports doing,
from
right?
champion. Mm-mm.
EA Sports. I think it's EA Sports. Let me go make sure.
You talking about putting the names on the backs and stuff like that now?
No, they're going back and paying people like for being in the game and shit.
Oh, so like in old games?
I think so. Or maybe that was the NCAA doing that shit. Hold
No,
on.
that was the NCAA. The NCAA did like 2.7 billion in back pay for like
They were okay, yeah. And it was like tiers of shit where they broke it down. Like if you're
yeah.
a one tier, you get 100,000, and they breaking it. Yeah,
Damn, I should have
damn, it
played in the
was the
NCAA.
NCAA. Fuck, dude,
Yeah, it was the NCAA. Yeah, I shouldn't
that's a
have got cut from my
lot of
NCAA team.
bread, boy.
What about
Man,
D2 players? Did they get paid?
no, no,
Just in
that's
D1,
whatever it is.
huh?
NAIA, whatever the fuck it is.
I played D. I mean, I was D2 for a second, then I got cut. Then
What
I
is
went
the D two?
NAIA.
What is the D2 NCAA? It is a weird acronym or a weird abbreviation, ain't it?
No,
Is it still? Is
D1,
it
D2. It's NCAA.
okay?
D2. It's the same division as
Well, I know
because
what D
you
two
got
is. I just thought maybe
in.
they had their own separate body that maybe do D2 players will get paid. Fuck, who
I mean,
knows?
they can. It's under the NCAA because they got D1 AA, then they got D2, D3.
Okay,
Then that
yeah.
when it goes to NAIA, I think NAIA got one or two levels. Then you got JUCO.
D1 and D2 is just based on fucking how many people go to the
People, yeah,
school.
yeah. It's how many people you go to school. Yeah,
That
it's like
seems a
it's
little
like high
silly.
school. No, it's like
Yeah,
high school. 6A,
5A,
5A,
yeah.
4A, and stuff like that. So it's because I went to Northwest and we was a D2, but we was running through Northwest. I mean D2 schools in football and basketball to the point where they was like they need to be D1, but it's
Yeah,
like we don't have enough people to be D1. It's
that's
in
so
Maryville,
wild.
Missouri. Like
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. You're never gonna get more. And the cutoff is like 25,000 students, which seems
yeah.
really low, or I guess high, depending on how
No,
you
that's
look at it.
high
Yeah, I'm about to
because that
say,
means that's like 4,000. That's like 4,000 a class. You got 4 4. That's 8. Even if you do 4,000 a class, that's still what
that's only
16,000, and you
16.
need
Yeah,
like another 10 from grads and shit
so you
like
got to
that.
think
So
about it with doctorates. So maybe cut this 5, 6, 7 into a third, make it just 1,000. Even that is still 20,000.
my freshman year at Northwest, we was the biggest incoming freshman class in Northwest history, and we had 1,100 or
That's
something like that,
crazy.
11 or 1,200.
Yeah, fuck no. Damn, that's crazy, bro. But yeah,
Yeah, bro. Like,
but this the NBA man is. I think we are in a great spot as somebody who had stopped watching for a while, came back, stopped again for and or just watched some playoff games here and there when I had time versus how I used to watch every night that the shit was on. League pass, all of that shit. It's like this is a very enjoyable time period of the NBA we have right now. The
yeah.
post the post Cavs Warriors rivalry for that 4 or 5 years up to now was
The
terrible.
LeBron and Curry era, basically.
Like no, right after that.
Oh, KD, LeBron Curry. I'm just saying, like
Yeah, yeah.
post LeBron Curry, KD, like
Yep.
little
And then
span
like
things like that.
when Kawhi won his championship, I guess from COVID to now has been like,
Yeah.
what is going on right now? Like Jokic won, and Jokic is amazing, but
Did
should
you?
Jokic have won 3 MVPs in 4 years? It's like
No, Luca.
when
I'm
Luke,
sorry,
that's
but
what I'm
no.
saying. When Luca is doing the same thing right there, and we not even considering him for the MVP. Hmm. Even though,
Wait, how about now?
wait,
Since
wait, hold on, Luca. beat no. Okay, no. I was about to say Luka beat Jokic to the conference finals, but it was the year
No,
I'm flip flopping it because they made the Nuggets made it in the bubble, and then Jokic or excuse me, Luka made it the next year.
hmm.
So, but it's like, come, oh, what are we talking about? Like, I just don't. That's the where it gets weird to me. It's like, well, look at Jokic. He averages 24, 10, and 10. It's like, yeah, this guy averages 39 and 10. Like, what the fuck is the difference? Like, and hold on, and this pissed me off. I know and for a lot of people, there's some racial shit that's tied into it because a lot of the voters are old white men, blah, 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 blah. But also, so Westbrook got it. This is the same shit we was talking about with Lamar. Westbrook didn't get the triple double the second or the third year that he did it because he was inefficient, but Jokic gets it because he shoots 50%. Like that's not weird.
He's
Like
also 7 foot, so most of his shots come from
he should shoot
closer to the
50%.
goal.
Yeah. He's
It's
not
just
six
like
three. I just that's where that whole and I think that era of people
a center,
y'all need to move
a,
out the way.
a center shooting 50% is like a guard shooting 42.
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to do. You're
Yeah, it's
supposed
just
to
like
shoot right
that's
around that
pretty
area.
good.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty good as a guy. Like if you're taking a lot of mid ranges and threes and things like that, including with your layups, you probably 42% is pretty good.
And I
Like,
think it's crazy because I
but
think a lot of this shit stems back to those voters are 50 and 60-year-old dudes who are like, I want them to pass the ball like they did in the 80s, where it's just swing, swing, swing,
swing,
swing,
swing,
swing,
find the
swing,
open
swing,
man.
swing, swing, shoot, brick. Okay, run down. Swing, 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 shoot, brick. All right, run back down. Scores 80-74 at the end of the game. And we're like, great defense, guys. The defense back then was so much better. No, they shot 32% from the floor.
It's like the ball was moving faster than what I can get around. Like it's just like you
Like,
see what Dallas did in a couple possessions. That ball was moving so quick. Defenders was just like, bro, just shoot the fucking ball.
yeah. And
Just
that's why
like
Jordan came in, fucked the game up because it was like, all right, everybody move. I'm finna
move.
score 40. That's more than half. I'm gonna score 40, and these two teams combined are gonna score
No,
120 points.
well, you know what Pat Riley can't not Pat Riley, Phil Jackson came in and was like, oh, we got 5 players, but we're gonna call this the triangle. Just 3 players are actually gonna be good. Everybody
Y'all
else
finna stand
just
over there. He finna stand at the top, and Mike finna stand right there at the
and we
free
just
throw
gonna score.
line, and he
And
just
we
gonna
just gonna
shoot
run a
that bitch
triangle.
40 times. This is the
And
same
everybody's like,
thing.
this is immaculate. This is like the
And he
triangle
was
offense.
and he was amazing for what he was doing at the time. But it's like now, like you said, we got high schoolers doing whip around. Like, I mean, what are we doing,
Bro,
man?
there's people that don't even know how to hoop that's jumping from the free throw line.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I just
Like, what
it's just so weird. I'm just tired of that shit. Like I want them to just we can move on from this so we can just enjoy this shit and not always compare it to the fucking 80s and Michael Jordan all the goddamn time. Like
yeah.
basketball's not going back to the 80s. Like we're not going back to the swing, 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 swing. We're not doing that. We're not just passing the motherfucker around the 3-point line until somebody decides, well, I guess I should fucking drive or post somebody up. Or we're just gonna dump it to our fucking center 25 times and just let him pound the ball for fucking 15 seconds and throw up a shitty hook with his right hand over and over again because he can't do nothing with his left hand. Like, this shit makes me so mad. Because if you go back and watch some of that shit, the shit it's a couple skilled people. Jordan is in there, Akeem is in there.
Right. Dr. J,
Dr. J was smooth, but he
Clyde,
wasn't really skilled.
Clyde Drexler
Clyde was up
was up
there.
there.
It's a lot of guards that was up there, like some of the point guards. But even the point guards, like I want you to think about this, right? Tim Hardaway Jr. or Tim Hardaway Sr. did not play in the
Right.
1970s. He did not play in the 1980s. He played in the 90s. And when he did the crossover, it was revolutionary. When he did a crossover, just right, left. That's it. Just right, left. It was mind blowing to people. Like, what is he? How's he doing? To the point where Iverson was like, I seen him do that in the game, And that's what I wanted to do. Think about that. Iverson came into the league like 5 years later. I'm talking about
He
five
said,
years.
I want to somehow get the ball from my left to my right hand.
That's it. That's it. Think about it. That's when we talk about
But
the
maybe
greatest
because
era
it
of
was called a
basketball.
crossover, because Michael Jordan was doing that shit though.
No, he wasn't. Not in the 80s. He never was doing none of that. Go watch some of the games. He was never, that
I
man
don't want to
is
watch
coming
Michael
down.
Jordan, and I don't want to watch no more '80s basketball. To be perfectly honest, like
Just picture, just close your eyes, picture Magic Johnson dribbling up the court. What do you imagine? Do you imagine
just somebody just
somebody
going just going straight past
just
everybody in front of him. Yeah, it was just a
right
big,
hand,
just
just
like even when they brought in the legends on 2K, Magic Johnson was, as soon as he got the ball, as soon as you pass it to Magic Johnson, it's like when you tried to dribble, he backing down. It's like, bro,
bruh,
I'm going full court, dog.
literally
Like I
right
don't need
now
that.
on 2K right now, if you go go play with
That shit
Magic
used to fuck
Johnson.
me up,
Hey, think about
bro.
this. Hold on. If you go open 2K right now. If you go play Magic Johnson, just in a practice, in a go on a play now, whatever, just go play with Magic Johnson. When he get the ball, he turns like
He
this.
turns.
He
Yeah.
turns to the side.
Bro, that used to fuck me up every time. Like, nigga, ain't you a point guard? Get your ass.
Bro, but it's like if you go back and look, they really was not like you go. This is why I
Oh
said that
shit! You need
because
to
that
snip this, because that
boy,
shit.
bro. This is why I said
Ain't
because
no
when
fucking
when that
way.
Mike Pete dude that we done with the '90s dude was coming out just recently and he was blowing up and the shit was going everywhere. Because I caught it right before it blew up and started going like super viral, and I started seeing other people that I followed post them. I had just seen somebody on Facebook just mention it, so I was like, "Oh, let me go look, see what they're talking about." And I just sit there and watched like for an hour straight. Then the next day, I just sit there and watched all of them until I got to the end. And then I went and watched a couple of the games over the weekend and was just like, bro. And you know where I get the same feeling when I watch '90s basketball? Watching the WNBA right now. Watching the WNBA right
Segway.
now. Oh, that was I didn't even think about that. Hey, accidental segue. Watching the WNBA right now, I get the same feeling of '90s, and it's funny to think that something as revolutionary. Hold on. Something,
Them niggas in the
somebody.
'90s ain't gonna have that. It's not as physical as what it was.
We used
We
to
was
be able to
hit.
punch you in the fucking throat.
Oh, well, they definitely punching Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese right now.
That's
So that's
exactly. But it's so funny, bro, to think,
bro. They they
go
really
ahead.
whooping their
Now
ass.
they beating the fuck out of them girls. The only girl that looked like she taking it good is Brink, Cameron Brink. The
Because
only
she's
one.
6'5".
That's
That's
why I say
why,
she the biggest one. They just push her. She just dangles fucking 20 feet
bro. They are
away.
bro. They getting jumping for rebounds, getting choked,
I
smacked in
told
the.
you, but
I'm
after that
like, this
first
shit is out of
game,
control. Like,
I told you that shit was so. She literally fucking just smacked her upside the fucking head, and they didn't call shit. Caitlin Clark, old girl, grabbed her arm, so she hooked around the arm, and they foul. It's like, okay, what are y'all? Y'all gonna blow this shit doing this? Let her. But
this shit's out of control, bro.
the
I'm like,
crazy,
y'all really out here doing. It's
it's
a video or something every
crazy.
day. Every day it's just
Every
like,
bro,
I'm like, nah.
they giving it up over there. The W. But think about this: Caitlin Clark revolutionized. Like when you think of Caitlin Clark, what do you think of like pertaining to her game? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? I say Caitlin Clark
It's probably shooting,
shooting, right? So think
right?
of she revolutionized women's basketball by shooting off the
Shooting.
dribble. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. It's the same thing.
because she
How I look.
can't really dribble,
Yeah, no, she
so it's
she
just
Magic
really
Johnson with
shooting
it.
off the dribble. Yeah,
She
it's
Magic
really
Johnson
just
with it.
shooting off the dribble.
That's so crazy. Ain't that crazy? Because I think about it's the '90s, like the crossover. It was like how, we can't. This is magic. Like we can't. This nigga is out here doing wizardry on this motherfucker. How the fuck?
But it's
And he
crazy
just come
because
from over here to back.
it's guards in the WNBA that really got whips though.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
they can't
like
shoot.
the girl who shot over Caitlin Clark, Oka, damn, she it's an African now. I don't want to mess it up, but
Yeah, you don't have to try. It's all right.
in the last preseason game, they call her like the Kyrie of the WNBA.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
Bro, she got stupid handles. I ain't even gonna hold you on it. Like
But the
she
problem
could
is
really,
she can't shoot. Every
Well,
clip
she
I've
hit
seen
that
of
deep
her,
ass three on that one.
but that's not consistent. It's one of them things of like,
Yeah, I know what you
can you?
mean.
It's
Yeah,
like, can
it's
you hit
like
one? Yeah. It's like, can
it's
you
like
shoot?
Cameron Brink. Like
Yeah,
she's
right.
probably gonna break the WNBA record for blocks if she stay in the league long enough.
Yeah.
Like it's just ridiculous how just like athletic and things like how she can time and then
Yep.
and because Asia Wilson just went into like seventh place or something like that.
Yep. It's crazy, bro.
But
That Caitlin Clark game, they was talking about the third leading scorer of all time in the WNBA, and it was like 6,000 points. I was like, shit, that. But then you think about it, it's like, yeah, they play 40 games, and some of these women
they
played
just
10
said
years.
Angela Reese is one of like three players that got 15, at least 15 offensive rebounds in their first three games. Like
Mm-hmm.
they all coming in here just breaking records. You just sit there and look at
Because
what they saying, and you just like, huh?
they game
15.
it goes back to what I was saying when I used to talk shit about the WNBA. Your game is it was a little bit bullshit. And now what's
And now
happened is
Hooper's is coming in.
real hoopers is coming. Yeah, they might not be
Yeah.
skilled like the NBA guys, like a
They
NBA
skill
point guard,
compared to
but in
WNBA
comparison, the
players,
fact
though.
that Caitlin Clark just shooting off dribble threes is changing the whole thing, making people want to watch just because she attempts them. She not even what is she shooting right now?
But
She's shooting 30%. She's shooting 31% from three right now. And it's still like she's still breaking games in moments where you're just like, oh shit, like
but
just
what
because she did that, they don't know they can't guard her anymore. Just because she hit a 30-foot three, you can't guard her anymore.
you see the video
That's
of homegirl
crazy.
shot a free throw and went straight to Caitlin Clark trying to guard her. Like forgot she had a whole nother free throw
Nigga,
left.
just think
I'm
about
like,
that. Somebody
what
without
y'all looking stupid right now.
a
Like y'all looking
girl
real
with no left,
stupid.
no whips, no nothing. Just
No.
right hand, switch to the left hand, go back to the right. And that's all she got. Just
Pass,
because
pick, come around, pick, shoot.
the one move that she got is the little step back. And it's a killer because she can shoot from 30. So she just hitting you with the wow and killing people with it, and they don't know what to do with it. You can't do nothing with it
And
except
then
slap her upside the head. Just
and
fucking
Angel
punch
and it
her in
was
the
crazy because Angel Reese is like the total opposite, and she's still
yeah.
dominating on her end.
Just going to the
Like
rim.
she's so unorthodox that if you foul her while she's trying to shoot, she might make it more than if you just let her shoot.
Well, you know what I noticed too? The other thing is she's a big, but she
But she's
can
6'3".
dribble. But that's big.
Yeah, I know that's
That's
big
you
with her, but
playing a
she's
four.
six.
That's like being like
Yeah,
6'8" in the NBA.
yeah, but she can dribble. Yeah, she can dribble.
She can
She can at least
dribble.
catch the ball and get to her spot.
And that's how she's breaking the game because she's a big, so she can get the rebound, dribble out, pass it, and that creates chaos
Yeah.
for them because it's like nobody fucking does that.
And
Like
then
we're
you
all
got
just put
Cameron
it back
Brink who
up.
can 6'5" that can shoot
That
threes.
can shoot threes.
And then don't
She,
forget
you know
about
what? She kind of
Rashida
like Chet.
Jackson.
She like Chet a little bit. That's
Like
exactly
she's
who
day
she like.
Chet.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she's just
she's
getting
day Chet.
blocks, getting boards, and hitting one or two threes a
But then
game.
you got Jackson, who's on the same team as Cameron Brink, and she can really be probably the best player in this whole draft if she actually like because she could do it all. Like she could dribble, she can get to the paint, and she can shoot. Like she can score actually. But then you got hey, don't sleep on homegirl that came from Iowa, Martin, with the Sparks.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean with Vegas, she might be a little low key role player that come off the because she's
Mm-hmm.
real defensive. But I don't know. This class was real crazy. They all coming in and showing out. To be
It's
honest,
because a lot of these
like
girls have been like over
they
the
all in the
past
Kobe camps.
that
To
too.
be
And
honest, they
well,
all
yeah.
get in the Kobe camps.
And the past 3-4 years, the women's game in college had been building up. And then
Right,
you get the little Larry Bird, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird thing, and that blows up to another level. But then on top
right.
of that, they're just hoopers. They not like I hate saying it about the old school WNBA women, but it's like it never felt like especially watching it anytime I
But
seen it back then. It was like it don't feel
okay,
like real basketball players playing basketball. Now you're getting girls that are there now.
let's call it what it is. They hoopers, they can hoop, but they also eye candy at the same time. Well, a lot of them more than back in the day. Like they
Yeah,
can just
yeah.
they like when you see them off the court and they dress up, you like, dang, bro, like
True, but I don't
She
think
kind
that's
of
just it. That definitely adds to it.
no,
I don't
but I
think
mean
that's
that
just it.
adds to like most dudes that like
True,
nowadays. Like back in the days, it's like I watched it because I like just watching sports. But
true.
now a lot of dudes is like, man, I watched her because bro, I seen her on Instagram, she was cute. I looked up, bro, she could actually hoop. I'm just
I
like,
would agree with you,
yeah,
but the problem is
like
I don't just think Caitlin Clark is just
I'm not
fine
talking
as
about Caitlin.
hell. But that's
Well,
the
no,
reason.
not Caitlin. I'm just saying like
But think about you
it's
talking to me.
more eye candy in the WNBA
Oh,
than there
way more
was in the
now. Yeah.
past.
Think about who you
Yeah.
talking to. I'm telling you, I'm watching WNBA games. Think about it. I know most people watching don't understand what that means, but I'm a person who you would have said something about the WNBA. I'm a laugh. I'm a clown.
Yeah,
You
if this was a year and
fuck
a
the
half ago,
league.
you probably would have been
Yeah,
like, "What the fuck you watching WNBA for?"
I would have
It's
clowned
like,
you for saying that. Well, you watching that shit? They can't even dunk. Just being and saying stupid shit. But it's like now it's like, no, I watch that. Now maybe
but
granted,
what's crazy is it's just like
some of it is because I have
it's
a daughter and a little bit. So it's like, all right, let me not be sexist and just stupid. Let me actually fucking watch. But I just happen to have a daughter in the perfect era. Just the all everything converged into one spot where it's like, I have a daughter, so I try not to be as stupid and sexist about shit as I would be just joking. But it's like, no, it's like this shit's actually getting better. Thank
but it's
God.
gonna be I don't know, but I'm gonna say this now. Caitlin Clark, she gonna do her due this year, but I think it's gonna be Paige
You
in
think
the
so?
WNBA. I think Paige gonna come in that motherfucker because she can actually she dribbles way better than
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark. She might not have a like a may shoot from deeper and things like that, but she could keep up 3 point wise. Like
I
she
just
ain't no
think
scrape from the three, and Juju too.
because who was the
Like homegirl from Stanford who's going to UC. I can't. She's African too, so I don't want to mess up her name. But she nice. She's like 6'6",
oh, now that
six.
I'm thinking
The
about
one
it,
that can dunk.
yeah.
She she nice, and she was just a freshman last year. Like well, since we talking about WNBA,
Yeah, go
USC.
ahead.
If USC women's basketball don't win next year, and it's not because of injuries, they probably gonna fire that coach because ain't no way you get two of the top. You got Juju,
You ain't doing
homegirl from
nothing with it.
Stanford, and you got the top two players coming from the country. You ain't doing nothing with it. Like you gonna
That's
have to do something
crazy.
with that roster. That roster fucking too crazy, and and for me to actually know what your roster is crazy. So you need to
Yeah.
you need to go get.
Doesn't that's what all the WNBA shit feels like? We're just like the fact that y'all got me watching this shit, y'all have built up enough equity, not just me, but like even for you, is like y'all better not fuck none of it. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah,
Like USC,
so
you like, I'm
stop
paying
beating up y'all
attention.
money. Like boy, y'all
Because if one of them
like
break a
man,
leg and ain't never the same, it's gonna hit
bro.
different.
People not gonna come to the games.
Yeah,
If Caitlin Clark can't play, Angel Reese can't play, Cameron Brink can't
bro.
play,
They
all these people
filled
can't
up
play.
the Staples Center.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
It was they sold more tickets to that game than any
Then the
Laker game the
Lakers,
whole fucking season. 1,000 more, not just we just
yeah, I know, I
coupled
seen that.
50, 60, 1,000 more tickets. Now there was people were like, well, it's because the way the WNBA has the court set up that it allows access to. I don't give a fuck about none of
I
that.
mean, which is probably true, but it's still just like, come
Probably
on now, y'all shouldn't even be that close,
it should
regardless.
not. That's the point. It shouldn't even be that close. I remember so vividly turning on ESPN one day and they had a WNBA game on, and it was like 45 people in the crowd, like camera
Mm-hmm.
side, like where you see the people on the other side of the camera.
Like you probably could have been the halftime show if you would have just,
Just walk down there. Hey,
asked,
what's up? Let
"Can
me
I
get
get
the
the ball
mic.
for a minute?"
Let me get a microphone and a ball. And I'll do y'all show for like a couple of them hot dogs in the back that y'all got cooked up on a
Is all
roller.
the concession? It was like you. That's one of them games you look at it like, is even all the concession stands open? Like which side is
Nah,
open?
we
Like,
just got free hot dogs on a roller, like Quick Trip. You just come grab a couple of them. But it was that bad. Like, think about
no,
how
it really
far it's
was
been
though.
since
I
that. I
thought,
was a televised game on whether it was ESPN2, whatever. It was on an ESPN channel, and there was like you could only see like 50 people in the crowd, bro, and 20 of them was sitting courtside because it's like, hey, when am I ever gonna get to sit courtside at the Suns, wherever it was I was watching? You know what I mean?
right,
Like, I'm never gonna get to
bro.
do.
I ain't gonna hold you. I said, bro, the way back in the day, I was like, man, I'm just gonna I'm gonna get a courtside seat to a WNBA game. Like it
That's
was like
over
because I
now.
mean, if no, I'm pretty sure they still at least they not like outrageous.
Let's see
Like
who would be the closest.
it'd be a fever game to see Clayton Clark regardless, or a Spark
Fuck nah.
LA Spark game,
Hell nah.
a
Utah.
Vegas
I'm
game.
talking about what's the closest to get to from here. It'd be like Minnesota.
Oh, Chicago Sky.
Nah, Chicago. It's I think
8 hours.
yeah.
Minnesota's 12 hours.
Nah,
Chicago's 8.
Minneapolis, nigga, that's 8 that's 9 hours. Probably so
Chicago's 8.
Chicago,
So it's about
yeah,
the
so
same.
Chicago or Minnesota. Let's look. Chicago Sky. Well, you definitely not getting no fucking Chicago
The
Sky
Dallas
tickets.
Dallas Wings.
Dallas. Yeah. Let's go Dallas. Because I'm about to say Chicago, that's Angel Reese.
Ooh,
You ain't
I
getting
got
no
a
good
couple.
tickets.
Dallas more. They got some
Oh,
eye candy on that team too.
I'm weak. If I'm going to the game, I want to watch a good game. No, I ain't gonna hold
Yeah,
you.
I
Because
mean,
I
I want to
can't.
watch a good game too, but
All I
why
can
not?
see from mid road just weave anyway. I don't really care. Well,
You don't
you know
smell.
why the ponytail? What is that? It's not
What
harder
you
to
mean?
hoop. Everybody got a long ass ponytail. Why the fuck they do that?
I thought it was hard to hoop with hair. Period. I'm
That's what I'm
bald. You
saying.
can't talk
Like
to a nigga about me with hair.
me, yeah, same. But it's just
Like
like it seems like it would be harder, right?
actually, it's hard to do anything when you bald. Sweat just slip all the way
I was
down,
just,
getting your eyes.
hey, this is a separate. My girl asked me, she was like, if you was an NBA player, would you shave your head every day? I was like, I guess the first question I sat there for like probably 15 seconds. I asked her, I was like, I think it depends on how good I am.
Right, yeah. I
Because if
guess
I'm really good, then it's probably gonna go back and forth. Because I would want to scare niggas, so I would grow my hair out sometimes just to scare the fuck out of
I mean,
playoff
it'd
time.
be
I
like,
just grow
oh,
this shit out and just be out there like bugged
I
out.
but mine is different because if I keep growing mine, I'm gonna have a crazy cul-de-sac. So it's just like it'd be like
I do too,
you
but I still got it like up at the top, so it's just the front missing. I got
you
the
know
George
you know
Jefferson.
I'm about business. If I cut my hair, I'm about business, boy. It's just like we got to get crazy, or I'm about to drop
But
50 because I
I
be on
told the other part,
TV.
I told her that because I was like, depends on how good I am. If I'm on the bench, I probably shave my head every single day because I'm not playing, so it don't matter. But if I'm really good, like say I'm Luca level, I might grow my shit out because I might not want to wear a headband.
But
If I'm bald,
KD
I
don't even
have
brush
to.
his hair.
But if you already know how to, if you bald and you was an NBA player and you was playing 40 minutes a night and you're the number one option, you got to wear a headband because you're gonna be sweating your fucking face off every fucking
I'm not.
game.
Bro. I play in the middle of summer in flag football. I never wear a headband, so I'm not worried about that.
You
Like,
just wipe that shit off. Just,
yeah, bro. I'll be getting. So I got to start wearing fucking sunscreen because of that shit, bro. My head be peeling and shit. I came back from Texas last year, bro. Head peeling. No, I'm just like, boy,
oof,
yeah, but no, it's that shit
that's
serious being
funny.
bald.
Nah, serious. But the ponytail shit really do just bother me because like that shit seems like it's just harder. It has
What
to
else
be
is they
harder.
supposed to do though?
I braid the shit. I don't know. Do something where it's not
But
just
that's
one
still a
long
ponytail though, ain't
ponytail.
it? I
I
mean, it's
guess,
still
yeah.
hair hanging. No, it's
You're
just
right. I don't know. Fuck. Don't wait. And
I don't even know
I
how they
guess,
hoop with nails and stuff like that. Like,
boy, lashes. But you know what's weirder is a lot of them. It's weave. Why you got
well,
weave when you
yeah.
hooping? That's weird. Like
No, you
just
think something?
come on.
Well, yeah. Well, okay. Never mind. I'm gonna keep that comment to myself.
I know I have to know. I will pause it. I will pause this just for you to say it because I have to know. Hold on. We're gonna pause real quick. So I have to know. I have to know now. So here's the pause.
I didn't
Sorry.
want to sound too racist
Oh
though.
fuck.
I didn't want.
Hold on.
I didn't want my
I'll
people to
say
think
it
I was
for you.
coming for them. I didn't want my people to. Yeah,
That's not
you.
racist.
I didn't not racist, but it's just like I didn't want them to be. I'm coming, but them black girls they be wearing weave and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So that's them.
come
Like,
on now. That's one of them stereotypes where it's like it's a stereotype, but I mean, it's not.
I mean,
White
it's
women
just
ain't
like
really wearing weaves like that.
you can't find nothing to match. But anyway,
But I just think that it's just weird. There's a weird thing to me of like, why? Why you got a full head of hair in a
because they got to
ponytail?
do like the walk in to with the outfits, and then they play, and then they got interviews. I'm confused. I'm still they be wearing makeup and somehow still having a makeup.
It's
I don't know
crazy.
how they do it. What type?
I'll
I don't know
commend
who
them for
makes
that
this
part
makeup. Yeah, I don't know.
because
I don't
that
know who
should be.
makes this the makeup nowadays. But the way that shit still can stay caked on by third quarter is kind of. Do they not really be running that much?
I don't know what
I
it
don't
is,
know what they be doing.
bro.
Keep doing it though, love.
These tickets are $300
For a course side.
for no, not no, nigga, just regular.
For
That's
Dallas Wings?
I'm looking at the Chicago shit,
Oh.
but it's like nigga half court, halfway up the first row is $400. 350. I paid that going to a Nuggets game like a couple years ago.
I went to go see I
We
went to go
paid
see
$700 for two tickets, and
I went
we
to
was
go
basically right
see
half court,
OKC.
like
I went
12
to an
rows up.
OKC game with I went to a Minnesota game when they played OKC and KD, Harden, and Westbrook was still on the team. I only paid $50 for that ticket.
That's crazy. You
Not
can get, but where was you sitting though? That's the question, I guess.
shit, it don't matter where I was sitting. By the time halftime came, they was winning so much, I went down to the front.
Oh yeah, good point. It's like that's crazy. I understand that they price is going up, but
Angel Reese and Cardoza is worth $300.
y'all getting a little crazy. Cardozo ain't even playing.
She
Is
not.
Angel
I can't
Reese?
wait to see her play. Actually, to be
Yeah,
perfectly
that's what I want
honest,
to see too. Because how the fuck she gonna be coming in? But
how they
like,
gonna play together?
yeah, because but how like 350 is crazy for like a cool seat. Like that's not a great. That's just it's cool. Right at
Yeah, but
half
how
court.
close are you to the court for 350?
You basically like where the camera would be at. So just
So you
imagine that.
basically is that so? Can I like walk down some steps and I be at them? They're like courtside.
You
Like I
gotta
can
you
get
gonna
a.
walk down a nice amount of steps. You probably let me look real quick. You're probably
Can my iPhone zoom in and just see like get some good clear
yeah.
pictures if I wanted to?
Yeah, you're not at the top, but you at the top of the bottom, if that makes
Oh,
sense.
okay. Yeah,
Like
that makes sense.
350. Where it's like, but that's what I mean. Is like, nigga,
Mm-hmm.
I was maybe 6 or 7 rows from the bench, right just off to the side of half court and spent 350. Like spent 300 on the tickets to an
Right.
NBA
Who's
game.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know about
to
that. I don't know if I'm paying 300 to sit. They gotta
yeah,
it
even
gotta be it gotta be some type of stipulations, as in like you paying 300 for this seat, but you can get up and walk down and watch and stand down here and watch if you want
that's the
to.
problem with the NBA games. If it's good, you're not going nowhere. You can't even buy. I can't even buy Dallas Wings tickets. I'm over here trying to find it, and I can't even buy it.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
this is a game for September 3rd. I just been clicking through them, and it just won't allow me to buy any.
September. Since when did they fall that? Since when do they play till September?
It says Sunday, September 3rd.
Oh, they
Yeah,
did. Remember
because they cross over with
they
the NFL.
expanded
Yeah.
the season too.
And now, damn, after I just said that, I don't even remember where we left off to even try to do a segue. So let's go straight to the most likely NBA finals right now. Because I'm going to say this first. I would love for Minnesota to come back and be the first comeback of all time. Because we talking about the little comparison to Jordan and all that shit. The Anthony Edwards shoots himself up like really high if he can pull some shit like that off. The first ever 3-0 comeback to go to the finals would be crazy.
Yeah.
But we're assuming that that's not going to happen, and we're going to get
Mm-hmm.
Mavs, Celtics. Whether it's going to be next
It would start next
Sunday.
Thursday.
Something
Is
like
it
that.
Sunday?
Next Thursday, Friday. It's late in the week. I know that. But either way, I'll ask you first. You can give me your thoughts while I try to find this on who you got. Who you taking in a Mavs Celtics finals?
Mavs. That but it's not. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like we said. Well, I know. For sure, I think you said it, but I know I'm not gonna speak for you. But I know I said it. Whoever coming out the West,
Yep.
I said the top four teams out the West could beat. any team in the East. And now
Yeah.
that the Celtics don't have Porzingis, I don't even know if he's going. He ain't had a warm up game. I don't remember last time I seen Porzingis play.
It
Like,
was first round.
yeah, and he's not the type to come back and just get to the nitty gritty. He's one of those like fiddle round players, as in like, oh, I got to feel how I feel, right? Type of now.
Yeah,
So
I don't see how Boston fans. I've listened I'll just give you a name. When I listen to Bill Simmons talk about the Celtics, he always does that where he brings up Porzingis, and he'll be like, Porzingis was a borderline all-star. He's like one of the key pieces. People act like, oh, that every other team the Celtics played got hurt, but Porzingis got hurt. And my thing is like, is Porzingis better than Cat? Because we don't talk about Cat that way. We don't talk about, oh,
no,
Karl Anthony Towns shot 3 for 14 the other game or
no,
whatever it was. And like, we're just like, yeah, but Anthony Edwards needs to be better and the team is falling apart. It's like, well, no, one guy, the second leading scorer on the team, was trash for 3 straight games. That doesn't
yeah,
matter, but Porzingis is supposed to be like this linchpin player that makes
they
such a difference. I don't get it.
they wasn't winning with Porzingis, but in the East you can get away with that.
That
In
shit's
the West,
wild.
the I just
I'm
don't
with
see.
you by the way. I'm picking whoever
I
comes
just
out the West.
yeah.
Mavs, like if the fucking Timberwolves come back, I'm
Listen,
not never. There's no way I'm picking against them. That'd be
did
fucking
not did not
crazy.
did not. We're gonna have to pull that. I gotta see which podcast I said it on.
Mm.
But did not say if if the Mavs go to a championship, Kyrie playing against Boston, that's what they don't want to see.
Yeah, true. And we got to dredge all that shit back up.
It's like Kyrie versus Boston, the team that I feel like out of all the teams he played with, that's the one
It
that's
ended
the city
badly
and the
with.
team he ended bad with. And
Yes.
Kyrie seems like the type that don't really speak much on it and things like that, but deep down he probably like, I'm
Yeah.
about to drop 50 on these
That
niggas
man
every
stepped on a
day.
leprechaun. They was being racist towards him and shit. Like,
Yeah, like that's if I was a Boston fan and I got to play Kyrie the way he's playing now,
yeah,
I would be shivering right now.
that shit, boy.
and
And you already go ahead, my bad.
no, I was gonna say it's just like, and it's just a perfect story for Kyrie's, career and things like that. It's just like
Win
I
a
want
chip
him to see
on
this.
Boston.
Yeah,
And basically, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, he didn't, Boston was supposed to be his Kobe team, if you remember. Like, he
yeah.
wanted to be Kobe. He wanted his own team. He wanted to carry his own team to the championship. So he left, went to the Celtics. Problem was, they had 2 top 3 picks
And
on their team.
ironically, isn't one of those people on that team still that told him we can do this without you?
Both, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that
Good luck.
team, like the main 2 people were the 2 people who were kind of like, hey, like this guy is gonna keep
We
us
won
from.
without you. Like, okay. Oh man, yeah. Now that we saying, I love Minnesota. I love Ant. I want to see Boston. I want to see Boston and Mavs right now. I want to see if they really can do it without Kyrie against Kyrie.
Yeah, let me look
Damn,
this
let's see
shit up.
how the world turns around, huh?
It's
Because that was
wild.
what Jaylen Brown's first year and Tatum's
It
second.
was
Who
no,
came
it's
first?
backwards. It was
Yes, Tatum's first year and
Tatum's
Jaylen
first
Brown's
year.
second.
Yep. God,
Actually, because I
man.
actually that's what I wanted to. I screenshotted that year that draft where because they said I screenshotted the first 5 on the 16 because 76ers had Simmons, Lakers got Ingram, Jaylen
Mm-hmm.
Brown got the Celtics, then Bender for the Suns, and
Yep.
then K Dunn. I don't even remember who K Dunn
Chris
is.
Dunn. He's still
Chris
in the
Dunn, yeah,
league. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
he played for the Bulls or something. I think.
And then the next year you had Markel Fultz,
Yeah.
Ball,
Ugh.
Tatum, Jackson, Fox. I'm just like, this top 5 was really just like one Bender and Josh Jackson was a total fail
Oh
for the
man.
Suns.
I thought Josh Jackson was gonna be nice till I seen him in summer league. I was like, oh no. KU guy, that's why. And it was
Yeah, of
like, oh
course.
man, if he can just figure out how to
How
dribble,
to
I
play
think.
basketball?
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like if he can learn how to dribble, all like really get a bag. It's like whenever you have to say that, it never
Yeah, about a
happens.
prospect.
Yeah, like if this dude can just get in his bag and just get a bag like where he got moves. It's like, well, he should have moves.
I remember I told him to his face down at KU at a party. I was like,
Oh no.
I did. I told him to his face. I said it was him, Devontae Graham,
Oh my
and
God.
tall, light skin. Damn, what was his name? Y'all had some. Yeah, I told him to their face. I said, we was outside the club. We was all chilling and shit. I was like, yeah. I don't fuck with KU. I'm a Texas fan. And and Josh Jackson just looked at me. He's like, man, what? And Devontae Graham just shook his head. He's like, man. I'm just
I'm
like, I'm
weak.
sorry to tell y'all. Like, I don't fuck with KU. I'm just down here because I'm from Kansas City.
That's
Like,
crazy, bro. That's just they probably look. Was it Perry Ellis?
Perry Ellis. There you
Oh
go.
my God.
I
KU Tim Duncan, man.
I kid you not, bro. In front of the
That's
club and
crazy.
down in Lawrence, bro.
That's sick work, bro. Hey, y'all suck. I don't fuck with y'all, but peace.
No, I was down there for one of my homies knew all them basketball players and they was throwing a party and shit like that.
Yeah,
So I got to chill with them shit. I told them they laughed me off obviously
of
because
course.
I'm
Like, man, if you don't get out of here.
yeah. It was a cool little story.
No, that's funny though. That is fucking hilarious, bro. Just walk up to me. Yeah, I don't really fuck with y'all like that.
But it was I
I'm a
didn't even
Texas
walk up to
fan.
him. We was all just chilling in front, like talking and shit in front of the thing. So like
But
we
I'm
was just
just
talking
either
about
way, it's still
yeah.
hilarious for you to just be sitting there and be like, hey, and one more thing I need to tell y'all. Y'all suck. I don't fuck with y'all. I'm a Texas fan. But cheers. Everybody take a shot. Shot at the clock. Hey. Niggas look like, what the fuck just happened?
That's it. That's when I realized them basketball players and the people them girls at them D1 schools for them players, boy.
Yeah. Think about it. You ain't even gotta be a
Woo,
player, just be 6'7".
just be around them.
Be a
Just be
tall. Oh
around
yeah.
them. Like
Cause you ain't even gotta be there. Yeah. You ain't gotta be tall. Fuck no.
they could just, like
Just
just
hang
be
with the
around
niggas.
them. It's
That's
like what the fuck?
crazy,
Like
bro. That's sad. Oh, but
yeah,
okay.
bro.
So let's go back NBA finals so we can get up out of here. Yeah, what do we do? Like how
I don't even want to.
we don't believe you, Jayson Tatum. We do
I
not
try so
believe in
much.
you. I've tried too, bro. And I've come this is what I was gonna say. This nigga is just Tim Duncan.
Minus the winning.
He Tim Duncan. Oh no, plus the winning. It's just he can't get over the hump. And I don't know if that's necessarily his
Is that
fault
it?
that he doesn't have Greg Popovich, one of the greatest coaches of all time. You know what I mean? You just have like Joe Mazzulla, and you had probably a great coach, but he cheated on his wife and they fired him. Doesn't really
Right.
quite make sense. But
Maybe
we'll get
because it
that
was
into a
Nia
later
Long.
time.
I don't know.
No, it's because he was hitting one of the co-owners, the minority
Yeah.
owner's wife, and it
Wife.
got weird.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point. The nigga's boring, right? As a personality,
Yeah.
boring. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
what Jayson Tatum. If I see a video of Jayson Tatum talking, I don't care, right? Versus Anthony
Don't listen
Edwards,
to
where
it.
I will stop and watch a video of him just sitting at a press conference, him just doing an interview, him just talking. I'll stop and look at it if I'm scrolling or something. Jayson Tatum, don't give a fuck.
Mm-mm.
His game is boring.
Bow,
The
bow, bow,
same,
bow. Step back.
the same way Tim Duncan was just back down, jump hook, back down, jump hook the other way. You know what I mean? Like that same shit where just, hey, he got 25, 25, 12, and 5. I was like, but it was so boring that I
Like,
didn't
when did he get
notice.
that?
Yeah, you like, when the fuck? I know he had two crazy plays where I was like, damn, that was wild. But then everything
My,
else, like, he got 30? How the fuck did he get 30? But that's the same thing with Jayson Tatum. The other night, I was watching that game. He had what? 36. It was the Pacers game that went to overtime. He was trash in the fourth quarter. Trash. He was like 1 for 6 in the overtime, and then just got a bucket, got fouled, got fouled, and then won. And I look up, he's like, he has 36, 14, and 8. I was like, well, I watched this whole fucking game. I watched this
when
game.
did he get 36?
When the fuck did he get 36? I know he scored like the last 10. I was
My
like,
nigga had all the slasher points.
when did he get the other 25 points? Like, where did they come from? Now I had to go back and think. It was like, okay, I remember, okay, he hit 2 threes in a row. That's 6. He went to the free throw line a couple times in the third quarter. That's like 6, 7 more points. That's 12. It's like, he just getting a fucking 15 points from just being out there. And it's boring. It sucks to watch Like you said, somebody just dribble, dribble, step back, or dribble, dribble, try to get to the rim, and you just miss or whatever the fuck. It's like it's no man, like Jaylen Brown has the I don't know, like the
Yeah,
it. You watch him be
yeah.
like, yeah, go, man. You might not have a left hand, and you probably gonna smoke this fucking layup, but probably gonna brick this mid
At
range. But
least
like
Derek
it's
White is fun to
yeah,
watch.
it's
Shit, it's like
fun. Fucking Drew Holiday off ball.
it was
That's
crazy
fun shit.
because you wouldn't expect a nigga, dude like Jayson Tatum from St. Louis to be just boring.
No,
Like,
you know what it is? He's supposed to be like imagine this, and I said this the other day. Michael Porter Jr. supposed to be that. If he didn't
oh
snap
yeah,
his fucking back in half,
back,
he
yeah,
got the sauce for it, right? He
yeah.
got the whole
They the same size, damn near, ain't they?
same size. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Porter might be a little taller, but Tatum is a little bulkier.
I
But it's
think
like
Porter when he get hot, he better. Like when he hot,
it's
like
different.
it's yeah,
Now,
it's
and this is the same conversation I was gonna have with the Brunson thing. Is okay. One guy averaged 17, but he take 10 shots. One guy averaged 30, but he take 27 shots. Who do I trust? You know what I mean? Like who's really
I mean,
better?
if you give the nigga average 17, 5, 6 more shots, he probably could average
But
25.
the funny part is, most of the time it don't work like that.
No, because they
That's
probably end up
crazy.
missing
They miss more.
they miss more. Yeah,
You miss more, and then you lose confidence easier because oh fuck, I started this game 2 for 9.
yeah,
It's halfway through the second quarter, and I ain't got shit going because I'm used to by now halfway through the second quarter having 4 shots and 8 points. Now I got 8 points on 10 shots. Like
yeah,
it's a different feeling. You're doing the same production, but it's not coming the same way because you're not used to getting more open looks and not. But either way, it's like Porter supposed to be that, and Tatum is just kind of yeah, he's really good. And I think that's the other thing I was gonna say about the Tatum. Like I'm tired of ragging on him so much, but it's like I think Jayson Tatum is actually the most properly rated superstar that we've ever had. Because there's nobody wildly jumping out the window being like, he's obviously the best player in the league. And there's nobody wildly going the other way being like, he's complete trash. You know what I mean? Like, I never even say he's complete trash.
So
It's just you not a winning number one player to me. And you
and
never, I don't think you ever will be. Just
you
your
know what I
game ain't
was
like that.
you know what I was thinking? Like just for a sports comp before we get off here.
Yeah.
And this player I've been backing. You know I've been
Uh-oh.
backing. But if this player don't show up this year, probably gonna be on the Tatum roll with me. Remind me of Dak.
You started coming. Come on home, man.
So
Come
if Dak,
on home,
this is Dak
man.
last year for me. This is my
You
last
right.
year for Dak. But just like it's just like I don't know. It's something about him. It's
Something
just like, bro,
missing. I
you could
can't
be
tell you
just.
what it is. I
I'm
know what
here
it
for
is with
Dak though.
Dak.
I'm still here with Dak. I'm
I can
still
tell
here though this
you.
year.
Let me tell
But
you. So
it's
when you
I'm here
watch,
with it.
let me help you. When you watch the Cowboys games, just remember this because I figured it out this year because doing the podcast and talking about it, I eventually figured out what it was for me seeing it. Why I feel like that watching Dak is because he plays scared. He plays quarterback scared. He's scared to make mistakes. He's scared to not play good. You can't be scared to make mistakes and scared to not make good plays. Like you can't. You gotta have one or the other, and you can still be good. Like I feel like Alex Smith was good in that sense of like he wasn't scared to not make the like to play good. You know what I mean? Like he was scared to fuck up. Like he didn't want to throw picks and play bad, but he wasn't
Right.
scared the opposite. He still chucked it out there. He was still try to like, I'm gonna try to do something big every once in a while. Like Dak is just he's scared.
Yeah, but then you got those games like Tatum where he's just like he
I
threw
don't
for
know what you just
402.
did. Yeah.
He threw for 402. Like
How the
since
fuck did you
when?
even just do that? Yeah,
402.
like
It was
that's a good
32,
point.
32 for 42, 402, and 4 touchdowns. You like I seen the 4
How?
touchdowns, but 402.
Yeah, four. And then you think about it and you look like y'all ran the ball 12 times. So yeah, that's what the Tatum things like. Usually with Tatum, the version of that for Tatum is he got 35 points. And you look, how the fuck did he get 35 points? But then you look at it, he hit 7 threes. You're like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
Yeah,
half of it up for a
yeah, he's
3-point line.
7
It's
for
like
13 from threes. Like, all right, okay, that makes a lot of sense. You shot 7 threes, you shot 9 free throws. Okay, that's fucking 30 right there. Like, but that's what it
yeah.
is. Like, it's that same feeling. That's a good comp, actually. I like that comp a lot. Like
It just
Tatum.
reminded me. I was just like, man, it's just like because everybody's like, well, he just handles himself press conference wise and things. It's like, just like,
Yeah,
okay,
you're
well,
right.
we know he's a good person. We not saying we not bagging his personality as a person,
Nope.
but it's just like
Great person.
something about it is just like
It's off. It's missing. Something is it. You ain't got it. There's
it's
it,
like
and there's players that aren't even near. Like Jaylen Brown isn't nearly as skilled with everything that Tatum can do, but he has the it. Like
right,
he's fighting for it. Like Luca is the other way. He got the skill and he got it. That's
right.
some scary
It's
shit.
like-
That's why it's so crazy right now. We watching this dude do that shit, and then we got to watch that guy and Kyrie the same version. You know what I mean? He just a
Mhm.
smaller package. Like he has it, and he's super skilled also
Mhm.
across. And then you got
Yeah,
to
I
look
just
at
don't.
Tatum.
If the Celtics, I
And I
just
don't give
don't
a fuck.
see.
Anybody, if I clip this up and I post this, I don't give a fuck that he scored 50 against the Sixers last year. That don't do nothing for me. I don't care he scored
No,
40 and then twisted his ankle against the Heat. Whatever. I don't care about none of that, bro.
no.
The fact that
You
they
know what
was
I care
down
about
3-0 to
is
the Heat in the first place, Tatum was on the floor for all those games. Tatum was on the floor for the first 6 games of the Sixers series before he dropped 51 and won them the series. What happened then? We kill Harden for the same type of shit, but Tatum just getting bailed out by a better team. I had a whole thing. I ain't even finna do it, bro. Actually, you know what? I'm finna do it real fast. I'm gonna run you through this real quick because I totally forgot I had this in my notes. Jayson Tatum has one, two, three, four, 5 out of his 7 years where he has more than 3 people averaging over 10 points and playing more than half the games. Think about that.
that's a lot of help.
That's a lot, right?
A lot of
Like,
help,
that's some
actually.
sick shit. And
Three P more. Well, including that's not including him.
three,
Average.
no, that's taking him out.
Oh,
3 or more in 2017 and 18. Kyrie averaged 24. Jaylen Brown averaged 14. Marcus Smart averaged 13. Al Horford averaged 13. Terry Rozier averaged 12. Marcus Smart averaged 10. Greg Monroe averaged 10. And they all played more than half the games. Because there was some years where it was like there was 6 people that fucking score more than 10, but some of them played 4 games. You know what I mean?
right.
But it's like you look at this shit. The next year, Kyrie 24, Marcus Smart 14, Horford 14, Jaylen Brown 13, Gordon Hayward 12. The next year, 2019, 2020,
Jaylen Brown really been leveling
yeah,
up, huh?
Jaylen Brown in 1920, Brown 20, Kemba Walker 20, Gordon Hayward 18,
Damn,
Marcus
I forgot
Smart
about the Kemba
13.
Walker days.
Like, bro, that's what I'm
Damn,
saying. He's had, bro, in 2021 when they went to the championship, they had 6 people averaging over 10 points.
that's crazy. Yeah,
But we don't, but we still want
that's
to
a
try
squad
to,
right there.
yeah, we still want to try to put the burden of, oh, Tatum is the number one option on the team. It's like, yeah, that's cool, but like,
Number one option with multiple other options to go to.
that's what I mean. And then like, it's just annoying that we got to put him up there. Not annoying that we have to put him up there, but that he's up there, but we don't really put the
Because we
same
going off of
expectations on him.
okay, because it's just like some people. I don't know. It's just weird how some people just like get pushed up to a pedestal they're not on based off potential,
Yeah,
even though we've seen countless of times back and forth year after year that are they really at where we want them to be, or are we just like delusion? This like maybe one day he's gonna step into that.
he
I
can
don't
take
know. It's
another
kind of
step up. Yeah. Now here,
yeah. It's
I'm gonna add to that. Also, you keep hearing this. I'm sure you listen to the sports shows and shit. So you keep hearing they've been to 6 of the 8 conference finals, 6 of the last 8 conference finals,
right.
six. They've been to 2 finals.
So they lose.
You 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
If that was LeBron, it would have been that would have
been
been the first step people
murdered.
would have been saying.
He would have been
Even though he been
killed.
to 10
He
straight
went, yeah.
finals or some weird shit like that. Just like
LeBron could have went to 10 straight and then went 2-4 after that, and everybody would have been like, "See, we told you he's not good." But with Tatum, we trying to. Even me just now, I did it kind of with that diatribe I went on, where it's like we want to talk about him like he's good, but then it's just nobody really can quite be like, yeah, he's one of the best players in the league. He's on the same level as Jokic, Luka, SGA, Anthony Edwards
Because six
now,
of the last
Curry,
8 is pretty
LeBron.
crazy though.
Yes, it's fucking
6 of the
nuts.
last 8 is, and then, but it's crazy is like you don't really. They've been to
Never,
this. You never talk to them. You never talk about them like they just like this big force,
never.
and they've
Now,
been to the.
this
Yeah,
year,
I don't
that's
even talk
it.
to them. I don't even expect, like, to be honest, like I don't. I expect them to go to a championship because the East was weak, but I don't expect them to win.
And let's be
Like I told
real.
you, like
If they win, are we really going to look at them like
no,
that? Are we
I
going to give
won't.
them the
I'm
Jokic
sorry, I
treatment?
won't.
Like nobody,
Nah.
we're not gonna look at him like Jokic is one of the best players in the league. Look at him, he averaging a triple double. He clutch. They lost 4 games. We're not gonna do that regardless, unless Tatum comes out there and is like, I'm scoring 40 a night. I'm
If you,
put the team
team
on
on
my
my
back.
back, let's go.
Triangle offense, like we was talking about. Everybody move. Everybody
Move. I'm about to
out
drop
the way.
50 on
I'm cooking
their
this man right now, and then we'll be like, well, there it is.
ass.
But if
And
you
well,
just, I'm out there, swing, swing, three, swing, comes back, pull up a little mid range. Like that's not gonna
like I
do it,
said,
bro. Oh, I ended up with
the top
33.
four, I Denver, Minnesota, Mavericks, Lakers, and OKC. I swear, if they would have met the Celtics in the finals, all of them probably would have won.
That'd be
Any
fun to
five of those
watch.
teams.
Yeah. It's just,
That's why I was. That's why I was never like the Celtics. Yeah, the Celtics are gonna go. Congratulations. I had y'all going at the beginning of the year.
mm-hmm.
But it's just, I had Celtics Nuggets at the beginning. No, I think I had Celtics. Uh, I know I had Celtics Nuggets, but I want the Lakers to go just because
Bro, think
I
about
just
that
want LeBron.
shit.
But it's like
Think about what the Celtics did. Like, who they play first round? Cavs, right? Or was that the last round? Hold on, let me go look. Let me go look.
no, they played the Pacers last. They
No,
just beat
the
the
first
Pacers.
round.
Oh, first round.
They played who was the eighth seed? God damn, that shit. It feel like it's been so
I didn't
long.
even. The East was so fucking.
They played the Heat. Okay, yeah, Heat with no Jimmy Butler.
Right. That's probably why I didn't know because I didn't
Yeah,
remember.
they
No
played the Heat with
Jimmy.
no Jimmy Butler. They played the Cavs half of the games. Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen was out for two. One was out for two. One was out for 3 of the 5 games. They played the Pacers, where Halliburton played 2 games and never played again. And nobody, even Celtics fans, aren't being like, "This is one of the greatest runs of all time." Nobody's saying that because we can't.
It's one of
We
the
can't say
easiest
that.
runs of all time.
Easiest. But look at any team from the West. Look at both teams from the West. The Timberwolves had to beat the Kevin Durant Suns and the Jokic Nuggets to make it here. Mavs had to play the Clippers at full health. Well, Kawhi was hurt. He was dinged up, to be
Per
fair.
usual, though.
Yeah. And then the number one seed in the league, or in the West at least, Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
And they beat them both in 6 games. They didn't, and it's just like all this shit is we talking about SGA and fucking Harden, PG, Westbrook.
The star power.
Yeah, and then you talking
The
about Katie, Booker, Beal, Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr. Like this shit is, and then
Jamal Murray.
whoever comes out of this side when the Mavs beat the Timberwolves, it's like they beat AE and fucking and Gobert and Cat and Michael Conley and fucking Jaden McDaniels, Pippen Jr.
And Al Anderson and everybody else that's
That
around
whole
with him.
squad
It's
who
like
just beat these other squads, and then you got to go play the Celtics, who ain't had a real meaningful challenge this whole fucking time. Just I'm not. I almost don't want to watch the finals. I'm kind of getting like the itch of like I would rather spend time with my family, so like a little bit. You know what I
bro,
mean?
I ain't gonna hold you. It took a lot in me to even watch the Eastern Conference
I'm there.
finals.
I'm same. I didn't watch.
Like
I ain't gonna lie.
is
I didn't watch the last 2 games of the Pacers shit. Once
I was like,
Halliburton tore the meat off his fucking hamstring again, I was like, I'm cool. I'm not watching this. And it was close games, and it was fun. But it's like y'all supposed to win. I don't really want to watch Celtics basketball for real.
Yeah, and to
That's
be honest, the
sad.
Celtics should have in 3 games they should have been down 2-1 if the Pacers didn't do that foolish
Goofy
shit in
shit
game
game
one.
one. Yep.
Like it's just like what are you
Tyrese
y'all
Halliburton dribbled off his fucking knee. Like,
and then y'all running whatever that out of balance play was. I'm like, what is going on with
yeah.
y'all?
I
Like
don't know what the fuck is
I
going
said all
on.
you had to do was pass it in, dribble, and make them foul you so you could shoot free throw. I said, do y'all have a coach right now, or y'all just
Or
playing like
even letting
basketball? Like
Jaylen Brown shoot the three.
right.
How you just let him shoot the three? Foul
I
him.
would have, bro. I would have fouled. I would have tackled him to be
I would
perfectly
have fouled
honest.
the shit out of you. Not
He
making it.
wouldn't have
This
been
ain't finna be
playing
no
game two.
4 point play. I'm fouling the
he
fuck out of you.
he would
Shoot
have he
all
would not
three.
have been in the next game
Boy, you
if it
got to
was
shoot
me.
all three free throws right now to win this game. I'm not fucking with that. Foul him when he gets the ball. He had to dribble over to the corner. But I don't want to watch that shit, bro. I don't know. That's sad. I don't know what it is. I don't understand why we feel like that. We not the only people that feel like that. I see people that get paid to talk about this on TV, just being like, Celtics. Like, bro, this is probably who's gonna win the championship. And everybody's just like, yeah. Like, is Tatum gonna be the face of the league? No, no, not
No,
really.
no,
It's the same thing. It's kind of I don't know. There's not a football version of this because everybody cares about their team. Think about how fucked up that is. Celtics fans are like, it'd be nice to win a championship. They not
And the
hype.
Celtic fans, we got 17 already. So
Yeah.
what's the difference? I
I
don't.
don't know.
It's like
But next Thursday, that's game one of the finals, regardless
yeah,
of what
I said
happens.
next Thursday. Yeah.
He was right. He was
So
right.
the day after our pod, we might have to.
You right. You right. Ooh. Either way, that's the show, guys. I hope you enjoy. We went pretty off the rails. Still
We
ended
did
up
a lot,
doing
but it was good. It was good off the rails though.
yes.
We hit a
We had some good combos. Sometimes we get off the rails and just we didn't stick in one spot this time. That's what it was.
right.
We segued off 4 or 5 different times in the shit that we cared about versus like there's some of them pods I remember I would clip up and I'd be like, bro, this shit is an hour and 45 minutes. We spent an hour of it on one thing that wasn't even part of the fucking show. Just Googling and talking about some random fucking thing that just didn't even really fit to the whole thing, to the whole pod. That shit. Like
We
that
didn't really
one
Google much today.
we did, nah, not really. We did that one where we ended up, it was like an hour and 20 minutes long. It was a short pod, and we spent like 45 minutes of it just talking about like I think it was that college episode.
Oh,
We were
probably.
supposed to talk about something totally different, and we just like did like the whole thing about like high school and fucking college sports. It just kept going on that. That's just wild.
Oh man! Shout
All
out to
right.
the NBA and WNBA,
Yeah.
man. All y'all keep hooping, man.
Just
We'll be
know
here to talk about
also,
y'all.
if you are one of the 4 or 5 people that always listens to the show, just know it's about to be about 3 months of this, but worse. Get used to WNBA talk because that shit is the only thing in town. We might have to do a baseball corner. We might have to.
Shit,
I'll
yeah.
just come ask you,
That's-
hey, tell me what am I supposed to know? I don't know what to even know. Just tell me what to look at so I can pay attention.
shout out to the Royals too. We ain't giving the love. You know the KC
Shout out
right
to
here. It's on me right
Bobby
here,
Wood
man.
Jr. I know that.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
know he going crazy. That's
Bobby
about
Witt
it.
is Sal going crazy too.
I don't even know.
Perez, a catcher, Salvador Perez. Come on,
Oh
dog. He was
yeah,
on the
okay, yeah,
fucking.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, I was
yeah.
like, man, this dude was on the World Series teams.
You're right. You're right. But I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. We sure enjoyed giving you the pod, and I hope you return next week. Make sure you like, subscribe. I forgot I stopped doing that for a while. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe, follow
Just do
on
what you're supposed to
Instagram.
do. Share
Everything,
all type of the
all that
above.
shit is
Like,
in the description at the bottom.
yeah, like,
It's
right down
fucking
there.
2024. You know what you doing. Click the shit, man. God damn. All
And
right.
tell
See you guys.
your people's people.
There you go. We will see you next week.
Sir.